What's up, y'all? I'm enjoying the beats, I'm sorry. Sometimes you just gotta let it roll. Let it slap. Alright. I'm gonna slowly fade her down here. I gotten better at the fading. That's pretty close. As close to a fade as I'm gonna get. Oh, shit. What's up, everybody? Alright, let's get on into it here. I've got, let's get a chart pulled up for you. Bam. Let's get a stream pulled up for you. Bam. Alright. We ready to rock and roll. What's up, y'all? Let me get my chair situated. Alright. Alright. What's up, Darth, Frank, Nick, Rajib? Who else is in here? Man, I can't see Sarth, what's up? I can't see everybody in here, but what's up, everybody? Mr. Fib, what's up, my guy? Alright, so I moved the camera from where it was to where it is now. Why? Because it was like right in the way of the button to turn these screens on. So every time I went to turn the screen on, the camera fell over. So I have henceforth fixed that. We'll give it a couple minutes for everybody to hop on if they want to hop on. Alright. Got about 8 or 10 on here now. Hey, what's up, Dre? The one and only, bro. Over there messing with my head in the Telegram group about that Drake stuff, man. We're going to go over all that tonight. That, the Gap stuff is kind of come and gone right now. I stopped worrying about the Gap once I saw Bitcoin keep going and not fall back over the 8 that second time. I was like, okay, that's the point right there where I stop. That's the point where I stopped talking about it. Didn't see any more. Hey, what's up, Jeremy? All right. Hang on a second. I got Rajib talking to me on the Telegram. All right. So, all right. If you haven't done it yet, check the description of the video. Go get you a shirt. This is the 786 Assassin shirt. If you don't want a shirt, go get you a poster, man. That's the 786 Assassins poster. That's the other 786 Assassins poster. This one's designed by Andrew. The other one's designed by me. They're really awesome. Go get one. I don't take any of the profits. I give all the profits away. Y'all guys know that. That's how I do. It's pretty simple. You buy something, we take the profits, we give it away. You could even win your damn money back. How about that? Plus you get something cool. I think I'm actually going to order a hoodie, and I'm going to order a laptop skin to go on my laptop. I've been wanting one of them laptop skins. I think it looks pretty cool. And I haven't sold one yet, and I think I'd like to be the first one to buy one, right? So, all right. Let's get on into it here. I actually moved the trading view chart to the left. I had it on the right. And this way it's a little easier for me to grab the tools off the toolbar. It was getting a little frustrating trying to grab the tools last time. And I didn't like that, so I figured why not move them over just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? There we go, that's a little better. Alright, as the thumbnail showed, we've got some buy signals here on some different cryptos that we didn't have last time, or we were wondering were going to happen. I think we're finally starting to get them. Pretty excited about that. Some of them aren't showing up, and some of them are. And I don't want to discount any of them. And I don't want to leave any of them out. So I'm going to try to get as many of them as I can. I think I've got about 83 different coins that I chart. I can't obviously chart every coin. That's impossible. But I've got a lot of them. So I don't have any liquor left. So what I got tonight is some Highland Brewing from Asheville, North Carolina, right up the street from us, about 35 minutes from me, Asheville's Brewing Company. I bought a bunch of different ones when we were up there last time at the brewery. I just kind of bought like some mixed ones or whatever. And I haven't tried this one yet, so let's have a go. Smells good. Ah, okay. That's good. It's more of a sipping beer. It's Gaelic Ale. I don't know what that means. I don't speak Spanish. All right. All right. So we got, what's up? Frank just said, haters, don't be shy. If you're on here, man, say what's up. I'd love to have anybody who has any questions, any chart you want to hear. I don't care what the chart is. Let me know. We'll pull said chart up and we'll give it a gander and we'll find out what you think about it. If you like it, you don't like it, whatever. I got no problem going through all of them. And we'll figure out which ones fit best for you. If you think you got a chart that looks like it's going to go, have at it and shoot it to me and we will analyze said chart. So, first thing is, I had Safe Haven up on the screen on the thumbnail. Let's go over it first. Last time I did the stream, I thought this would be a buy, and that was on Tuesday, which would have been the 10th. Yep, that was this day. And you see the ugly red candle that it threw after we finished the stream. It actually dropped out and was not a buy, so forth anymore. It was actually down here trying to fake us out. Well, the very next day it popped back up over, and it's kind of sitting right here above the 21 and the 8, which is, that's good. That's good news. We're actually getting a confirmation buy here. The 8 is crossing up through the 21 right here. This is good. 8 going through the 21. We like to see that. That's telling us go. That's telling us buy. Long it, let it ride. I know it's still under some different resistance levels. We still got some moving averages above it, and Safe Haven doesn't have the largest fractal to look at, doesn't have the most data. So when we have a lack of data, and we have minimal things to go on, we go on what we know. We know we got the 8 and the 21 over here over it, and we know we're crossing up, so that's good. Let's buy it and let's see what happens. Now we may get rejected by the 50 here, and we may pull down. We don't know that yet. We'll play it by ear when we get there. Are there other examples of other coins doing the same? Yes. I will actually pull some up now. So today, Algorand, by the way, Algorand followed what I thought it would do to a freaking T. It came all the way down where I thought it would. I bought down here. I rode this up, and I actually sold this today. Why did I sell this today? Well, we made a higher high and a higher low, and a higher high, and now we're making a lower high. And I don't like that. Okay, if we make another lower low, that's going to signal another downtrend. And we hit the pivot and bounced. We hit the 50 MA and bounced. We hit the bottom of this trend line right here and bounced down. That's a lot of things telling me down right there. So I'm going to wait a little bit longer to buy back into Algorand. I took my profits. I think I made 17 or 18% profits on this one. I was pretty happy with that. I'm going to wait until this thing gets back up over the 8 and the 21. And I actually, because it's under so much stuff, it's under every moving average. It's under so many of them that it's making me worried about whether it'll go at the same rate as the other ones, if that makes sense. So I was waiting here for this thing to get up over the 8 and the 21 until I get that 8 and 21 cross of these two. It looks just like Safe Haven, but the 8 going up through the 21, I'm not going to buy that yet. I'm going to wait just a little bit. I think it's going to end up being up here over top of the pivot line, up here somewhere. I'd like to buy up here. That would be more confirmation and a minimal amount of percentage waiting. But I'd rather have confirmation there. Some of these are showing me down, and some of them are showing me up, and some of them are showing me flat. Okay, so it's really tough situation on some of these coins. A few of the guys in the group got stopped out on some today. I got stopped out on a couple of them. I got stopped out on Algorand. I got stopped out on Mithril, on portions of my Mithril, not all of it. And then look what Mithril did real quick. I've been setting tight stop losses, okay? To each their own, do it how you'd like. But I set tight stop losses on Mithril today because I didn't want to lose too much of my profits. If I have to get back in, that's fine, I will. But when this thing came down here and wicked below the 21 right here, it actually got me and knocked me out. I think it knocked me out for 50% of my Mithril. So I think I'm down to 100,000 Mithril at the moment. 100,000. So, it's kind of showing me it wants to flutter and do its thing here, and it's right nearby on the MACD. So, moving the RSI's flirting with the 50 line, which is kind of a confirmation. It's in between the pivots. It's kind of floating. We know what that means. That usually means down. Technically it's not a sell. It's in the wait a minute zone. So technically this is still a buy. Okay. Even though it's under the 8, it's over the 21. And it's sitting right there in that spot that makes you go, hold on. Wait a minute. What's going to happen next? So we got to see on this one. This one's still up for debate. Again, the better buy here would be over that 50 moving average, over the yellow line, over this yellow when it gets up here. I think up here in this zone is a better place to buy. You got some more confirmation there. But we've seen some. I'm going to show you another one here that looks pretty darn similar. Let me just pull this up on the big screen here. And we'll do a side-by-side so you can see it a little better what I'm talking about. We'll pull up Red Phoenix over here. We got 1 day on Mithril, 1 day on PHB, which is Red Phoenix. Let's get this stochastic RSI off so everything matches. Now, interestingly enough, look what it did today. You know, it's got a very similar setup, not the same, but very similar. We got the 8 and the 20. You got, sorry, the 100 and the 200 up top. Okay, you got the 100 and the 200 up top. This one's a little tighter together. See how this one isn't quite as tight? It's farther on down the line here than Mithril is. So it did the same thing. You know, it got up here and it kind of dipped below and closed in between, and then it made some ups and downs, but it kind of went sideways. But look how high it wicked up right here. It went all the way up past a pivot line here. Okay, it blew right through the 8 and the 21. Now Mithril's a little different. Okay, it's not the same setup, but R3 is right here at the 200 MA. And that kind of makes me feel like even if it does get moving here, it's going to hit this 200 and stall out. Okay, it could do that. That doesn't mean it's sell. That means it could stall out right here. Very rarely does anything just hit the 200 and blow through it. Now, a prime example of it doing that is here. However, even here, we came down and stopped first and then made another drop down before we actually went through the 200, okay? So, again, it makes me think it's just going to stop right there and kind of think about it. Plenty of time to buy here. I think I got the good out of this when I bought down here. I set a buy line at 40 flat, and it bought it, and it came up. I got the good out of it, I think. I'm still in it for some, you know, whatever. Let's see. Hey, what's up, EJ? Good to see you, brother. Harvey, hey, in the bushes. What's up, Harvey? I ain't seen you on the stream in a minute. My man's been hunting. I know how it is. Myth is still well below the cloud. Interesting you bring that up, Nick. Nick's been dabbling in some extra TA today. He actually learned about the cloud. And he all of a sudden, as soon as he read about the cloud and he learned about it, he said, oh man, this is actually pretty cool. Interesting how TA works, isn't it? You find something that you like and you go, holy crap, this actually works. I didn't even understand. How does it, wait a second, how does this work? And before you know it, you're on your way, man. It's the same thing that happened to me, okay? One day it hit me and I figured this out and I put it together and I went, man, that wasn't as complicated as I thought. Why did I think that was so hard? You know, it wasn't. All right, let's bounce back over here to the one screen. I'll pull up CoinTrader again if I need it. I noticed, and I watched some of the last stream back, and it was kind of hard to see. It's kind of hard to see when both of them were up there, so I want to try to keep 2 screens up if I can, but TradingView will be on the left no matter what. By the way, has everybody got good audio and good picture and stuff? I'm still making sure I got all the good settings up, setting on my software streaming stuff. And it appears that the microphone's showing up good here. And it appears I got good desktop audio. But, you know, I like to ask you guys, because y'all the ones that actually listen. I just hear myself in this, and that's all. And I think I'm actually going to get a different microphone. I'll get a different mic. Hopefully tomorrow, but maybe not. Maybe Monday. Whatever. But it'll be a separate stand microphone that sits up in my face right here, so I don't have to wear a headset anymore. Plus, the girlfriend needs this in there to stream in her on her laptop with. So, all right. Let's go back to Bitcoin real quick. I want to talk about it before we do anything else. She's still a buy, folks. Yet to fall under the 8 EMA. It's still going. Hardcore. Up, 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 and up. Happy to say that I missed this. I never got in. And as I say, I like to stick to my guns when I'm wrong. And I got down here and it kept going. I didn't buy into this. And I'm still not going to buy in. I still think it's missed the boat on it. And I don't want to chase candles. Okay? I don't want to chase. The indicators are super high now. They were really high before. Now they're way up there. We can even look on the weekly and see high weekly indicators. Look how high the RSI is up here. The MACD is way high. Look how far away we are from the 8 EMA. That thing is begging to come back down. But look, all the way up here is R3. It could go farther. Okay? I don't want to leave that possibility out. It still could go more. And I want you to know that this thing played out perfectly. And I just missed. Simple as that. As simple as that. Beautiful head and shoulders. Inverse head and shoulders. You know what I mean? I just missed. That's all there is to it. I wish I was perfect, but I'm not. Okay? Wish I was perfect, but I'm not. So we had a guy in the Telegram group who hasn't been there too long and hasn't really said too much, but I've been talking to him privately. He talked to him in another group, and it was a Hopium group. The other group was, and they pretty much only ever talked about how things are going to moon constantly, just constant moon talk. And I tried to talk him off the cliff, and a couple of the guys actually talked to me privately. One of them's in here. I forget his name. Don't hate me for forgetting names, guys. I'm sorry. I suck with names. Yeah, AJB, yeah, he was over in the Hopium group, and MA, who is in the group with us now, was over in the Hopium group, and he was the one that brought this up and was kind of, hardcore disagree with me. He was just hardcore disagreeing with me about Bitcoin in general and why things happen the way they happen. And, I figured we'd go over this again and just start from the beginning and work our way through it here. So, hold on one second. Let me ask you some questions. VET triggered stop loss. Real quick, let's look at that before we go any farther. VET's triggered stop. Oh, yeah, but look at that hammer it's forming now. At the bottom. Watch this thing reverse up. But the pivot's right there too. You see what I'm saying? There's so much stuff in the way. There's so much stuff in the way. You got the pivot here in the way, the 200 in the way, the 50 moving average in the way, the hundreds up here too, still pointing down. We just had a death cross. We had a tits move, and it looks like we're getting more pullback. It's tough, man. Let me erase these boxes. I already hit my targets. No point in showing off. Let's see. We're going to get into some patterns on Bitcoin here, and it's going to get very, very Alex Jones up in this bitch, okay? And I'm sorry, but that's the way it's got to be sometimes. When am I shorting? Man, when we break below that 8 on the daily, I'll start shorting, Nick. Till then, I can't short, bro. Bitcoin's just doing too much right now. It's just doing too much. I can't short until that thing shows me something. What's up, Ken? Good to see you, brother. All right, so we're going to get into the cloud a little bit, too. I think it's important everybody sees the cloud. BET, 50% retrace, 61% retrace. Forming a crazy-looking hammer right now. But if it fails, I'm trying to know, way down here at S2 and above S3 are our target boxes. They don't really line up. So I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to get hung up on S1 right here, if anything. Where the 786 is. Right there. So if we don't get up and get moving here, we're going to come down here and hit the 786, form a double bottom, and get moving. That would also form an inverse head and shoulders, wouldn't it? I see that. Here, here, and here. Do you see that, Darth? Being hypothetical here. This thing come down here and flirt it and come down here and then come up here and try it again. Right? Inverse head and shoulders. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Up move to the next pivot. Worth a thought. Worth a thought. Now I got to see some more for that to happen, okay? I need to see some targets get hit first. I try to never guess, y'all. You know that. I don't try to ever guess. I try to use data and reason and logic because these charts are mathematics and geometry, okay? Looks correct to Harvey. Hey, y'all know Harvey's the shit, bro. He don't play around either. Harvey's been around the block. He don't play no games, man. All right. Bitcoin from the jump. I actually have up here, real quick, I've got the halving dates for Bitcoin. The different dates they did this. I'm going to mark these on the calendar first, okay? November 28th, 2012 and July 9th, 2016. Let's go ahead and do that. Vertical line. See, 2012. We'll get tighter on that with this in a minute. And we got July 2016. And we had the one in late April too, right? That just happened in late April. Or was that early April? I don't remember. It was really recently ago, the last halving. So let's get tighter in here. Now that we got them pulled up. Wait a second. 28th and 9th. Okay. All right. I want to be very accurate here. I don't want to pull no punches. November 29th, pretty close. July 5th instead of the 6th, pretty freaking close. Alright, let's get into this. So MA was basically saying that every 2 years we had a pump followed by a 25% retrace, followed by another pump for 2 years, followed by a 25% retrace, so forth and so on. I disagree, and I want to show you why I disagree. Alright, let's see. Okay, my Titans sucked in the second half now. I feel you, Moonrider. Look correct to me. It might not have to. Watching the 50 swan dive on VT. I agree, Dre. It doesn't have to do what I was saying on VT. It could just go from here. It's tough call. But where it's at right now, my position, I don't think I got low enough to kick my stop loss. I'm going to look at it before I go to bed tonight. And before, if I need to, I'll get out. But right now it's a hammer for me, and I don't want to ditch that hammer. So I was hoping the BTC discussion would get brought up from the Telegram group. Yes, sir, bro. I don't back down from nothing, homie. I don't back down from nothing. I don't give up too easy, and I like to express what I'm saying in the nicest way possible. But sometimes I'm just suck at that, and I know I suck at that, and I'm sorry. Anyway, from the beginning here, we had Bitcoin down here at about $3. Whatever. We have hardly any data, right? So we start pulling fibs to try to get some kind of knowledge of what the hell's going on. If we start at the top and come down, we don't even have enough data to do that, really. We should start on the weekly because that's about all the data we have. When you're working with low amounts of data, you have to kind of figure it out. Alright, so if we started here and come down and went up, then we have roughly a 786, 886 sniper shot right here, and it fought it, but it got through. The halving happened, and we made a big move up. Now, that I'll agree with, okay? But what I'll say about that is, let's look a little closer. When this halving event happened, look where we were at on the chart. Right here was the halving. You tell me, guys and ladies, if you're watching, is this a buy, a sale, or what right here? What should we have been doing right here at this position? And that ellipsis circle I made right there, what was the play right there? Not knowing that there was a halving, not knowing what it was going to do. Just if we look at inside this circle right here, what's the play? When should we have bought this Bitcoin? And when did it actually need to be sold? Look in here at this chart. When was the correct time to buy and sell? Okay. Let me freehand some lines in here for y'all. Right here is a freehand line. Right here's another freehand line. Whoops. Okay? I'm just marking out some spots where I see stuff. Alright, so I like it because now I'm a pattern fractal guy the last 2 years, but now I'm starting to see how other indicators on charts are more accurate. Thank you, Keith, for opening my eyes. You're very welcome, Moonrider. Listen, fractals have a place, but they have to be lined up vertically and horizontally, okay? Not just horizontally. Everybody loves to stick a horizontal fractal on the end of the chart and say this is going to happen. But vertically, that has to match resistance and support. That's the kicker about fractals. If it doesn't, then it's not legit. It's just a fractal, and it won't actually happen. We have to match that with varying resistance and support lines from varying charts. That's why you can't compare one chart to the next and say this is going to happen because this one happened. Now you can look at the technicals and say, gosh, this one has similar moving averages and this one does too, like I did a minute ago, but that's not on the big humongous time frame. That was a micro move actually, even though that was on the daily. That was a month worth of time. That's it. I'm not talking big time. That's all inside the same little boxes right here. So Darth says I would have bought at the Assassin Cross 821. Can you tell me what the date is on that, Darth? Right now I've got a downward cross right here at February 13th, 2012, and I've got a upward cross on roughly May 14th, 2012, and having happened all the way in November. So when was the right time to buy this? And when was the right time to sell this? It's way easier for me to do this using words than it is to try to type this, okay? Because typing, you lose the context of what I'm trying to say. Somebody else give me an answer. Darth already knows this answer, but I want somebody else to answer me. Moonrider, when was the right time to buy this Bitcoin right here? I know you're looking at it. When was the right time to buy this? When should you have? I'll even zoom in really good here so everybody can see. When was the right time to buy? All right, he said, yep, that's my point. You even taught me how to understand the previous, you even taught me more ways to understand the fractals, but I do love the previous experience I had. It mixes well with what I'm learning now. Right, I've got no problem with fractals until we start making fairy fractals. We start making fairy fractals up and we just start throwing numbers out there. Okay, that's when I have a problem and I have to check you. Like when I seen Blockchain Backers video today, I can't watch it because I can't, but I seen someone posted it and it says XRP 589 and I just immediately started shaking my head. That number makes no sense. That's a number off of a piece of paper that someone made up and posted on Twitter. That's it. That's what $589 is. It's someone's guess on what the price could be at some point. There's no data behind any of that. That means he's guessing. Why are you guessing? You got 30,000 followers. Don't guess. They're all wondering what you're going to do and they're going to copy you. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's the wrong thing to do, brother. Nick says at $5.90-ish. So you would have bought here, around in here, Nick? That's what you're saying? Yeah, what Frank just said. You can't take a chart and pull it and stretch it to match and say, hey, this is going to happen. Not the way it works, okay? Not the way it works. You need to have them matching. Time for time, size for size. Again, that's the realistic way to do it, and that's the not fun way to do it. Where you drawn the second vertical red line is where to buy, and where the green crosses the purple. I may be seeing it wrong. I'm watching my phone. I can't see the price. Okay, so what he just said was the second line right here is where XRP Moonrider said he would buy. He said he would buy right here. Well, sir, you are very much correct. You would buy right here. Why would you buy right here? Because the 8 broke up through the 21. Nice and big for you right there. This cross, not to mention that there's 2 candles. I get what you're saying, Nick, about the 590. I mean 490. Okay, 490. Yeah. You're right here. This is where you buy. You had 2 candles over the 8. Okay. 1, 2, and this candle was butter. It told you what was going to happen, okay? You're over. You got a cross between the 8 and the 21. So, we have been over the 8 EMA, even though we got sniped out at 786 and 886 right here. See this right here? My phone's blowing up, y'all. Sorry. It's right here. We hit 886 and dipped. We hit 886 and dipped. We got under the 8 right here and closed, but we immediately popped right back up. This is why I say wait for one more candle, okay? You want to wait for one more each time, because that price action could just simply bring it right back up. We came down under and we popped right back up over, okay? And this is on a weekly chart. I want you guys to remember this. This is not even a daily chart. This is just weekly. And I did not do this before we jumped on here. I was talking bull in the Telegram group before I got on here about something else I was going to do tonight until this came up, which was like literally 30 minutes ago. So you bought down here. How about we mark that spot for XRP Moonrider at 490-ish, he said. Or what Nick said too, the same thing. We'll mark that as I didn't mean to do an ellipse, sorry. 490-ish. I'm going to make that green. I'm going to call this Nick and Moon Rider buy. Let's just say you had $1,000 to put into it, okay? That's all you had was $1,000. Couldn't afford any more. So you bought it. It came up. It dipped under right here. Look. Now this one got a little spooky, didn't it? It went under the 8 and closed and stayed under the 8. Did it go under the 21 into a sale? No, it didn't. It did not. It did not go under the 21. It stayed in the wait a minute zone. The space in between the 8 and the 21 is the wait a minute zone. Just wait. It immediately got back over. You still haven't sold yet. You're still holding on to it. What Darth just said, I would have FOMO'd like 5 times back then. So now you're up over the 886 right here. Halving happens right at the 886 line. I could not make that up any better, y'all. Right at the 886 line. 786, 886, that's what we're looking for. Halving. We do a little move right towards the 8 and up we go. Where did we stop, y'all? All the way over here. See that mark right there? Let's do another ellipsis right here, because this is where it got hairy, okay? Right here. All right, you're under the 21, 2 candles, okay? I get this one, okay? That spooky shit right there would have got me. I would have got out. Dude, Harvey, no you didn't, bro. If I could play that song, I would play it, but they'll fucking strike me in a heartbeat. Pump the jam. Should we play Black Eyed Peas? Should we do that? Black Eyed Peas? Alright, so Moonrider. MA if you're watching. I'm sorry if you're not. I'd like it if you were watching. It'd be way easier to show you this. I'm just going to share this video to you every time you bring it up from now on. You bought down here at your buy line. You rode this $1,000 value all the way up to here. It took approximately a full year you stayed in this. You didn't sell this for a year. Look at that. For 1 year you stayed in. That's 1,343% profit. Let's do the math, y'all. $1,000 times 1,343%. You have $13,000. You turn 1,000 into 13,000. One click of a button, one rule. Okay? Did that have anything to do with halving? No, didn't, did it? Didn't have anything to do with halving. And as a matter of fact, right here, we actually broke 1618 and came back down and retouched it right here. It got technical all of a sudden, didn't it? Didn't it? Somehow it got technical. Then we started making more moves. More stuff started happening. Let's actually pull this off. Pull these fibs off because that one's complete now. Now what? Sorry, my headphones are making noises. They're just about shot. We need to find another buy. We've got $13,000. We got 13 grand. We're going to find another place to buy, right? I'm trying to find another spot to buy. Big facts. I'm trying to find another spot to buy. Someone tell me, after this ellipsis right here, where the next spot to buy would be. I'll put you a couple lines up here, and you tell me which line would be the line to buy. Here, right here, and right here. You have 3 red lines on the screen. Somebody tell me which one was the one to buy. All those moving averages are lined up really nice. You're damn right they are, Darth. They look great. I hear you, Moonrider. Bro, you and most other people. 3 lines up there. Someone tell me where the best place to buy this was. And we will mark it and pull another profit mark line and see what we can find out here. Crypto Harvey, my man, says the second line. He could not be more correct. Why is it the second line? You don't see any of those showing a buy signal, Crypto Moonrider. We have 1, 2 green candles over the 8. See that? 2 green candles over the 8. Not yet. See what Ken just said? Over the 8 and the over the 8 and the 23. A 21. That's not the 13, Ken. That's a 21. The purple line's a 21 moving average. We have 2 candles over the 8. That's a buy all day of the week. So second one right here. 13K buy line. Okay. Well, there you go. Now you're going to remember it forever. Danny Wynn, what's up? Danny Wynn, the reason we say the second one was because the second one actually had 2 bars over also. And never did it close under the 8 again. It stayed over. Even though it wicked right here, we had this nasty wick. We stayed over the 8 the whole time. Okay? Stayed over the whole time. It never closed. It never closed underneath it. You had 3 buy signals. Could have bought the third at open. There you go. What Dre just said. You could have bought. You had 3 different signals telling you to buy. 3 different times saying buy. Okay? Yeah, the casting with the casting does that, Nick. I'm sorry. I tried casting before too. So Harvey says he's gonna buy there 13,000. This is our buy. Let's see what happens. Where's the next sale at? Well, I'm going to tell you. The next sale where it closed under the 21 and stayed under the 21 was way over here. 182 days. 182 days, which is roughly 6 months. Okay? You made 336%. Okay? Times 336%. All right? That's $45,000. You have $45,000 and you click the mouse 2 times. 2 times you've clicked the mouse. All right. We keep going. Man, look at how shaky this stuff got right here. It got really shaky right here. When it started breaking the 21 and dipping, and then the 8 crossed over the 21 for the first time in two years here. Oh, it got dicey, and it started going up and down, up and down, up and down. It really got choppy, didn't it? So, absolutely what Nick just said. You're in the right place, brother. You've watched all this chop, and it's gotten really spooky, and you're not sure when to buy. So you're getting irritated, and finally you see this thing get over all the moving averages. It gets over all the moving averages, and it's over the 8 and the 21. Where? Right here. Let's zoom in a little bit. We're over the 200, the 50, and the 100, and the 21, and the 8. Right here. You could have bought down here, by the way, but you got all this shit in the way, and you've been dealing with this for a year now, with it going up and down, up and down, up and down. You're getting irritated, and finally, it gets over the moving averages right here. It's over all the moving averages, and it's over the 8 and the 21. So you finally say, "Okay, I'm ready to buy now." Bam! This one popped up over 2 candles over, and it pretty much held the 8 the whole way. Okay. It dipped in the wait a minute zone and it wicked some, but it never closed. It never closed. It wicked and wicked and wicked, but never closed. Right. See what Harvey just said? Remember, every time we exit a trade, it becomes an all new trade next time. All right. So it must meet all new criteria. We're not looking for halfways here. Your trade's over. You start a new one. No emotions. No emotions. No emotions. You start over. It's the way it works. All new criteria. Figure it out. We bought this one, and it pretty much stayed over the 8 the whole time. Never closed under. We're good. So now we have $45,000. All right. Let's see. Pull the cloud up, the mess at the bottom. I promise you it will say Bob Flag. Hey, we'll do that, Dre. Hang on. I'm gonna do exactly what you said, okay? Hang on a second. Hang on a second. All right. So, we flirted, we took off. And I'm gonna get to what you just said too, Acre. Don't think I'm gonna forget. Once we got over here, we hit the wait a minute zone a couple times. We popped up, hit the wait a minute zone, rode up. We hit the wait a minute zone again, but we're still in. We hit the wait a minute zone again, but we're still in. Hit it, still in. Hit it, still in. We started to roll over right here, getting shaky, and finally, right here, we closed 2 candles under the 21. We're out. Let's see how many percent that was. We bought way back here, and look at that. 721 days is how long you held. 721 days. Whew. That is 1,745%. You want to see this number? I hit 3 buttons. 3 buttons. $78 million. $78 million. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know what else to tell you. Let me do it again. Same number. $78 million. You hit the button 3 times. You started with $1,000. Okay? Do we care about having at this moment? No. All we're waiting for is our simple fundamentals. Simple fundamentals. We're 8s over our 21. We're flirting and we go. Then we go and we're good. I mean, come on. It's not that hard. I think it's seeing something could be wrong. 37 range slipped several times. Yeah, we'll get to that one too. All right. So, again, here we are. Big downtrend. We're looking for another buy. We hit the 200 and bounced off of it. Hey, I like that. I like that. Right here, we hit the 200 and bounced off of it. Found some support. I'm down for that. We have another buy. 2 candles over the 8. Right here's a buy. Bam. Let's say you got $78 million and you just do $1 million. Okay? You just put $1 million in. Now you're one of those whales that the internet can't shut up about. Bam. So, let's see if we can find another sale point. We rode up, hit it clean, 2 candles under, right here, sale. We buy here, we sold here, 100%. 100%. We just made another $1 million. We just made another $1 million. Now we got $2 million. I pushed one button. It took 210 days to make $1 million. You didn't do nothing but push a button. Click. What is it going to take for y'all to get it? Like, I don't want to argue with anybody, but it's not that complicated. It's really not. What did Darth just say? Just $1 million. Just $1 million. Again, we're not done. We're still going. We dropped. We did a death cross. It's like we caught support here. We might have bought and sold this. We probably would have lost just a little bit because we would have sold this. Had this nasty dip. Right here we have another buy where we had 2 candles over, and at the same time we had 2 candles over. We had a positive cross right here. All right. Now we had 1 million. We made $1 million. So now we got 2 million. 2 million. Okay. This is stupid money. I don't even know how to explain the rest of y'all. So, halving happened, and yes, we moved up. I'm going to explain halving to you in a minute, too. I mean, it's not that complicated to understand. You bought here. You've been riding up. So far, as of right this moment, we never closed under the 21. We stayed above it the whole time. Another 100%. Now we have $4 more million. We have 82 million. 82 million. You started with $1,000. I just showed you non-emotionally what you could have made with $1,000 without any other rules, without any bullshit, without any hopium. I showed you how you could make your money right there. I mean, I don't know what else to say to you. It's not that hard. So, let's do what Dre said, and let's go back here and look at some of this stuff. I'm going to leave some of this stuff up there. The buys and the sells are fine. I can pretty much look at them and see them without having this stuff up there. Been doing it long enough where I can see it without even charting it. I can just look at it and say that right there. Some indicators for everybody in case you wanted to try using them too. You know what I'm saying? Super oversold. We had a hard drop. Super overbought. Super overbought. We had a hard drop. You would have bought down here in this nasty, which put them down here. You'd have rode this up. You'd have made even more percent. You'd have made the difference in these two lines right here. Okay? Whatever those difference is. What is that difference? One line to the next. Oh, you'd have made an extra 230%. Well, you know, whatever. You feel sick from $84 million from pushing the buttons 4 times? Exactly. We were overbought here, right near halving. We were overbought. It dropped hard after halving, which it does every time. After halving, it drops. This one took longer. It took a year to drop. See, that's the problem with the pattern. This didn't drop hardly any after halving, and pretty much took off. After halving on this one, well, this one dropped pretty good on the RSI and then took off. And over here, after halving, no drop again. It just went. It just went. Okay? You can't totally blame it on that. Let's pull up the cloud now. What Dre was saying about the cloud. It's going to get a little messy for a second. Just bear with me, okay? Let's pull up the cloud. All right. And right in here is where I was saying, hey, you know, this is a hard spot to buy in here. I said, you know, look, it's really hard to find a buy in here, yada, yada, yada. You're irritated because you're not finding the right spots, so forth, so on. All right, so you were waiting the whole time. Now, a good way to find the bottom on the cloud is to look for the lag line, which is the black line right here in the back. This is just a strategy. This is not the way it works. It's not a rule, okay? It's just a strategy. But when the lag line breaks these red and blue lines here, that's usually a good point to tell you to buy, okay? When you see it come up through the conversion line, the lag line breaks up through the conversion line, that's kind of like an 8 and 21 cross. It's similar, okay? Not always. Not always. It's similar. And the way you can see that right here is right here, okay? It did the same thing and immediately failed. Immediately failed. Luckily, the lines got closer together right here, and it did it again. Like, you'd have got stopped out pretty quick right here. So you've seen this cross, you'd have bought. You'd have lost some on that one, okay? You're going to take some losses sometimes. You'd have lost some on that one. But we had it again right here. The lag line crossed up through the conversion line and the baseline, double confirmation. You could have bought right here, okay? I'm sorry, hold on. I could have moved this. How many percent is that? You'd have made an extra 50% on what was $45,000? $45,000, you'd have made an extra 50% because the lag line told you to buy down here. Now, technically, the cloud isn't correct right there. You know, that's not the technical way to use the cloud. You know, you're not looking for that. You're looking for lag line over the cloud, which is here. Baseline over conversion line, correct. Candles over the cloud, correct. And a green cloud out front, correct. Right in here would have been a buy. The cloud would have told you to buy right here. Okay? Same thing that the 8 and the 21 told you. It's almost like it's not that complicated, is it? Okay? I'm telling you guys this because it's not that complicated. All right, let's go back and look at some of the retraces, because that was another argument he said was, you know, basically it was just 25% retraces and it took off. Let me read some questions first real quick, okay? Hold on. CVC looking like it may keep pushing. Yep, knew that was going to happen, EJ, because we had fib targets up there. You millionaires and you big money keep saying keep making my stop loss getting hit. I hear you. I feel sick, ready for me. Hey Keith, I got a question. 800 square foot office space that I want to turn into my mining farm. Probably some BTC, but definitely alts that can be mined. First of the year, I want to start any recommendations. Yeah, over in the group, ask Dre. He's actually better with the mining equipment than I am. Message Dre and he'll help you out, because I'm not the greatest with mining equipment. I just have the computer here doing it in the background, just because it can. All right. So we've already been over this. This was not a 25% retrace in here anywhere. We actually had a retrace from the top. How far did we retrace from the top? We actually retraced about 86%. How'd that feel? That look like 25% to you? About 86%? Bet that stung, didn't it? Bet that stung. This is the problem, man. If you're going to chart this stuff, we need to be realistic with our numbers and not just make shit up. What you read online is not true. We have a chart in front of us. If you think it's not true, if you think it is true, go to the chart and prove it. Let's see. Let's get after it, man. Come on, let's throw some data out. Let's find something out. I want to know numbers, man. I don't bullshit, man. I want to know. I want to know the data. The data and the numbers is where it's at. That's all there is to it. After this retrace, what happened? Oh, let me get this old fib off. All right. What do we have here? Another 1618 touch. It stopped at 1618 and pulled down. Now, it didn't go very far down. I will be the first to admit it didn't go down as far as I thought it would. It hit 1618 and went up more and then come back down again, which is pretty crazy, and it did it, and I get that. But as I've said before, this is what I call a hold on a second. Let me get this line straight right here. All right, this is what I call a samurai sniper shot right here, because you hit your 1618 and you went too far, but look where it came. Right back down to 1618 again. It came right back where it should have come to begin with. Okay? Not that complicated. When it went too far, it came right back to where it should have to begin with. We've seen this on multiple charts. Okay? When the TA doesn't line up, it corrects itself. It's technical analysis. It is not guessing analysis. It is not cyclical. It's technical. Technical. All right. From there, we're doing what we're doing now. Okay? Starting at the top, pulling down. Right at the 886 line, we're breaking it. It looks like we're good. Looks like we're good up. We've had our halving, and we're moving up just like we have after every halving. And I will happily admit that's why that happens. Every halving we move up. Okay. All right. So we can put our 8 and 21 back up here. All right. I get those Bollinger Bands off because I don't use them all the time. I only use them sometimes. Okay. Now, as we've been back up over the 8 and the 21 for a while now. On the monthly, we're doing our thing. We're moving up. Looks good. Appears to be doing its job. I can't knock it. I just can't. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. We're going to explain that right here in a second, Jeremy. Hold up. Let me get to everybody else's stuff real quick before we get too far along, okay? We actually got 17 people in here. If we get a few more, that'd be 20. That'd be pretty dope. Let's see. RSR. We'll look at RSR. CVC. Me sitting in DNT making big gains. I hear you, bro. Let's see. All right. It's always been 80+% retrace from all-time high. Being a patterns guy, I can see the retraces seem to be getting smaller in each cycle. These probably do line up with fibs. 80% is really close to 786. That's what I would say. That's what I would say, Moonrider. 786, 886 is the really tight numbers right there. Okay. 786 happens all over the chart. Hence why we say 786. Okay. Let's look at DNT real quick because everybody's saying DNT. I want to see it. Daily. DNT. Oh yeah, looky here. I bet you, if we look, check this out, Harvey. June 19, bro. To the bottom. Look at that. June 19 to the bottom, Harvey. You kidding me? It looks just like all these coins right here, Harvey. VET, Zeal, Dragon, Oh My God, Matic, ZRX, KNC, AirSwap, AVA, ICX, Kava, Ren, Digibyte, Safe Haven, and Reserve Rights. It looks like all of them. They're all doing the same move. It's really not that hard to see, okay? Can XRP do this? I mean, I guess, but I doubt it. You know what I mean? There's just not much data on this chart right here. And there's far less resistance than XRP has. Not to mention this is in a different place on the chart than XRP. Alright? If it does, hey man, I'll take my L. Whatever. If it does it, then that means all the other ones are going to do it too. And we're all good to go. But yeah, I would say DNT is still looking alright. It's actually came down a little bit. It's really, really high MACD, okay? So be careful here. But it's still over the 8. Look, I never broke it. Still over the 8. Rock and roll. CVC. Same thing. Over the 8. Never broke it. Come on, man. Let's go. I got that 1272 right there. See that? It hasn't hit it yet. I'd like to see it get up there and go. Come on. It can do it. It can do it. Come on. Alright. Alright, real quick, Jeremy. What is halving? Okay, when Bitcoin was created, it was made to mimic gold, alright? So just like you have to go mine gold out of the ground, you have to mine Bitcoin out of the ground. Alright. Because the Satoshi guy had no assumption on what the price of Bitcoin would ever be, it's easier to create supply and demand by reducing the amount of rewards you get per mined block of BTC, per nugget of gold. They reduce the amount of supply, or not reduce the amount of supply, reduce the amount of rewards for finding a block of Bitcoin. You find a block of Bitcoin by running a program online in a mining software. After you search it for long enough, you get your Bitcoin reward, which is, I think, 6 Bitcoin right now is the reward. And it takes about 5 3/4 Bitcoin worth of money to get 6 Bitcoin. All right, so you have to have super efficient machineries to do it, and a good power grid and a lot of power, and that's why it costs so much. Okay, you can also mine Ethereum. You can mine Monero. Those are mineable coins. Halving reduces the reward each time. It used to be 32 Bitcoin. Then it was 16 Bitcoin or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's just halving or whatever. It's 18, 12, and 6, I think, maybe. Something like that. Doesn't matter. The point is it reduces the reward in half each time. It's a timed move. Okay, it's timed. Also, the more people who mine Bitcoin, the harder it is to find. The least people who mine Bitcoin, the quicker they can find it. If that makes sense to you. It's a bit controlled, but that's the way it works. Okay, it's complicated, but it's not that complicated. All right, let's see. What's up, Rico? Why do you need to have dedicated setups? It just uses so much power and so much data on a graphics card. AJ says, if XRP blasts the 589, I'll worship sunspots. Bro, if you start a sunspot cult, I will be your first member. Let's go. Let's see. BTC was created by solar flares. Everybody knows that. Oh, Lord. That's pretty good. Dre, D-R-A-E, Dre. He'll help you out. I'll tag you over in the Telegram group when the stream's over, bro. Right. Now, also, Jeremy, there's a limited supply of Bitcoin, okay? There's also a limited supply of other coins like XRP. There's a limited supply of ADA. There's a limited supply of mini coins. And supply and demand dictates that when you reduce supply, you increase demand. That's what's happening with Bitcoin, okay? Slowly but surely, they're mining all the Bitcoin, and there's not going to be any left to find. And it'll take so much power to mine that Bitcoin, and it'll be so few Bitcoin left to find that only those with enough money will want to do it, okay? Which means all that's out there is a supply that's already been found. There isn't a reward for finding it anymore. It's not worth it. So all that's left out there is what's floating around. The supply has been reduced at that point. That increases demand, and that causes the price to go up. That's why after halving, the price goes up, because the demand goes up, because the supply starts to drop. Less is being introduced to the market. Less is out there, more price. Just like Tickle Me Elmos and PlayStation 5s right now. No, Thurman, but the next solar flare will make XRP go to 589. We've already proven that. We have the evidence. CVC to all-time high. Myth only has 670. Get them hotcakes while they last. See, that's what I'm saying. Quantum computing will be the death of mining. Absolutely what Harvey just said. It'll be so fast you won't be able to mine anymore. Let's see. CVC. Let's look at CVC. You know what? Let's pull up the old CoinTrader stuff. And let's look at some other charts here. I'm done talking about Bitcoin and patterns and stuff. Okay, it's not that complicated, and we've already talked about it a whole bunch of times. And no matter how much I talk about it, people really just don't want to hear it. They've already got their mind made up, and that's fine. I'm not gonna be mad at you about that. If you got your mind made up, bro, rock with it. I'm cool. I'll do it my way, you do it yours. If you want to hang out and watch, I'm also cool with that. Maybe I can help you along the way. If not, I appreciate you listening, man. I really do. I appreciate you trying new perspectives. I don't think CVC is going to all-time high, and the reason is all this shit's in the way right here, okay? We're hitting some of it right now. There's a resistance line right here on CVC, and it's kind of hitting it and bouncing off of it. 1272 and 1414 up here. I'd like to see one of those get hit just like RSR did. Well, RSR hasn't done it either. Never mind. DNT, that's what I meant. I'm an idiot. Yeah, there you go. See, DNT got right on up there. Right on up there to it. But you see, its shit stuff over here was at a lower level. This is at a higher level. There's 1, 2, 3 of these little things right here. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these over here. There's less stuff on this chart. There's more stuff on this chart, and that slows it down. Conversely, no matter how many times I try to explain this, nobody listens to me. XRP has all of the resistance. I have to zoom the damn camera out some just to be able to get it all in there. So its shit is super spread out. You got one of these, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And since we're over 1, we have 6. 6 of those slow downward trending up retrace, up retrace, up retrace, up retrace. Goodness. It is not just going to go through that, okay? I would like to see it do that as much as you would, but you got to show me something first. XRP from the same spot that we're doing the other fibs from. I will gladly say the targets here. All right, the good stuff I see. If I have good stuff, I will show you good stuff on XRP. We're over the 50. I like that. I like that we're over the 50. You know what I'm saying? It'll be over the 50. It's over the 50. That's a good sign. That means we're kind of clear to move on up. But look where move on up is. 36 cents. Okay? That's the move on up area. And you see right here, that's the 200 moving average trying to show up. Trying to show up. Don't think it's just going to blow through that. That would be ridiculous to think that. Okay? Use your brain. Now I'm going to move this over to the side some, and this is going to get a little messy for a second, but roll with me here. I'm going to pull from the top of this to the bottom, and suddenly you see things start to open up into your eyes here, and you start to see a little bit more clearly, okay? 200 moving average right here. 1272 line right here lines up with the 786 line. Guess what? That becomes a target for me. I have 2 fib lines and a moving average all in the same spot. And I don't even have any pivots up here yet. Let's put some pivots on. Bam. All right. Now, after that, even if it was to blow through that, up here, we have the 886 line, the 1618, and a pivot line all in the same spot at 42 cents. Okay? 42 cents. Is that moon? No, it's not. I'm going to erase this because there's too much shit on the screen. What's going to happen in my opinion? Well, let's see. Here's how I see it working. And this is going to be some hopium, all right? We get up over this 100 week moving average. We come up and we hit the pivot point at 28 cents. Roughly 29 cents. There you go. Let's be generous. After that, we have to come down and test that moving average. We have to touch the top of it first. Then we're free to come up some more. This is the big resistance, the 30-cent one, by the way. The big boy. Then we're moving up, okay? We could go to 32, all the way up to 34. Why do I say that? Because that moving average is right there, okay? It's kind of going like this. What are the odds that that moving average goes right into the same spot as this 786 and it gets stuck right there, okay? The odds are pretty freaking good. From there, we got to retrace. Where? Well, it's hard to say really, but since 30 cents is historic, why not 30 cents? We test it one more again. From there, we make another move. Oh, now we're getting spicy. We can get all the way up here to this 42 line. This is if we break the 200. That's kind of being hopium that we break the 200. Now we've got all the way up there. 42 cents now, you hear me? Man, got to retrace again. Our indicators are starting to run out. We hit another pivot point, didn't we? By this time, the pivots are going to shift, by the way, and they're going to shift down. Then we got to move up again. Now we're up over 886. We're free to move a little farther. We may move farther on up here into some uncharted territory that we haven't been up there since, 2018? Okay, that'd be big time, wouldn't it? That'd be big time. Look at the clock I got over here. I'm all the way in October of 21. I'm in October of 21. That's not no time soon. That's no time soon at all. As a matter of fact, I've got end of year roughly 30 cents. Could it be higher than that? Yes, it could be higher than that. You know what I mean? But I just don't see that. I'm trying to be realistic with y'all and not bullshit you because this is your real money. I get that 100%. It's your real money. I don't want y'all losing money, man. I don't want to see anybody lose money, even the people that I don't like. I've said that before. If I don't like you, that's one thing, but I don't want you to lose money. What the fuck, man? That's not cool. I want to be friends with everybody, dude. I know that doesn't sound normal. I know that's not achievable, but I want to be friends with everybody. I don't want to argue with nobody, man. I want people to hang out with when this is done. I'd like to buy a house in Florida when this is done. And guess who I'd like to buy a house from in Florida? You know who. So I'd like to be able to get that done. And it's got nothing to do with crypto or charting. You know what I mean? Just being human, that's all. This is pretty good. It's not too hoppy. It's not too hoppy. It's got pretty good flavor. It's got more of a malt flavor. It smells good too. And this other one I got is called Daycation. I'm sorry, Daycation. Also from Highland Brewing in Asheville. I burp when I drink beer, sorry. So we'll give this one a go. Not had this before either. All right. Clear my palate. All right. Let's see what y'all are saying real quick because I see some funny shit happening over here. All right. Thurman, you know how the fractal readers, there's also pattern analysis to read solar flares. Oh, you don't know about the solar flare guys. Hey, Darth, send him a link in the Telegram loop, in the Telegram group right now. He needs a solar flare education. If quantum computing ever becomes a thing, Bitcoin is the least of our worries, bro. You're dead on about that, Rico. You're dead on right. People will be launching like nukes like Minesweeper. That's great, bro. Oh, Lord. Quantum computing will make it all possible to mine any and all cryptos via Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. This will help global warming because I guess that's a thing. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. 7 is a lucky retracement number. And that 786 is right there. Exactly. Solar flares, fractal berries, let's go. XRP is a great investment for your grandkids. EJ is ruthless, bro. He's been gone for a little bit, but he come back and he's been ruthless. XRP is a great example of opportunity cost if that's your thesis. Exactly. All right, I got to go to bed. I got to be up work in the morning. All right, brother, we'll see you. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Jeremy. I drank all my beer at Merkel o'clock this morning. You're stupid, dude. Was that a bullish prediction for XRP by Keith? Yeah, I'm not bearish. That's the thing, man. Here's my problem, okay? In my opinion, it's hard to say something is bullish if it hardly ever moves. All right? It needs to be up over 30 cents, in my opinion, to be bullish. All right? If it's up over 30 cents, which is historical resistance, all right? Historical resistance at 30 cents. If we get up over 30 cents, all right, I'm cool, and I can start to say that's bullish. But it keeps falling down every time it gets up there. And if you're going to keep doing that, I can't call that bullish. I can't call that bullish. In my opinion, that's the opposite of bullish, dude. That's bearish or flat and sideways. We don't want to be in that. Real quick. I don't know if it's a cloud buy. Let's do this. I'm going to change this template real quick over to a different template, and we'll look at XRP on that frame. Yeah, even by the cloud and the Lin channels, it's still not a buy. It's still stuck in the cloud. And this even tells you here that there's a channel going up on XRP and another channel going this way. But we're stuck in all of it, okay? The KDJ is actually showing you this is about to be a sale on XRP. It's stuck in the cloud. It's not a, I mean, you know, it's close to, on like the AEMA says buy. But that's about the only thing that says buy, okay? The monthly 50, it says buy. Look at the weekly. Weekly's a, you know, by the KDJ down here is a buy. See that? It's green. It says buy. You even got a buy sign right here. See that? Now the problem is it's still in the cloud. And this is one of those opportunities where I would tell you, like, look, the cloud doesn't tell you buy, but other indicators do on the weekly. See how small this cloud is over here, this thin cloud? That's usually a good sign too. Here you are, your lag line has broke the conversion and baseline. It's also saying buy at the same time. Right, so you could sneak an early buy in here, but it's very, very suspect because it could drop off fast. And down here is ugly, you know what I'm saying? The bottom of the channel right now is 17 cents. So over here, 20 cents. You know what I mean? Bottom of the channel is 20 cents. Right now we're in the midline. It can hold right there. I mean, if it can hold right there, that's great. Then we're looking at more up territory. And I don't want to see this stuff keep going down. I don't. When I say 20 cents, I don't want that to happen. I don't care if it happens or not, but I don't want it to happen. I want all these charts to go up for everybody. I want everybody to get some money, man. I want everybody to get money. I don't want anybody being broke. We're still going to do these streams regardless, broke or not, because this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Or at least till I get too tired of doing it. It should be a solid 2 weeks. I'm going to be so high and drunk every day if I chart for a living. Hey, alright, look. Here's the thing, Moonrider. KSM is way up there. It looks like Lind. Lind looks just like this. Look. Look at that. They look the same. It's way out in front, okay? So I want you to be very careful here. You're going to be super, super careful. Right now, weekly, you're a buy. I bet daily you're a buy. Yep, it's still a buy, even on the daily. Just be very careful. You're over the 50. I like that. You should be clear to move up a little bit more here. I would say you could get away with 4160 on KSM. 4160 is a good price. But as long as it's over the 8, you can stay in, man. It looks all right now. So if it gets up here and starts failing, watch out. All right. All right, so let's see. I do a beer tasting video series with you guys. Bro, if you want to do a beer tasting series on Zoom, we can totally do that. We can do a beer swap thing where I send you beer and you send me beer. Let's see. Rico, this is only my second time here, and I think, but props to you. Good trading mindset and discipline from what I hear. Thank you, Rico. Discipline is extremely important. I don't always have the best discipline, and I still work on that all the time. Nobody's perfect. No trader is perfect. I missed the Bitcoin trade. I was stuck on the gap going down. The guys reminded me of that in the Telegram group right before this started and kind of humbled me up a little bit. You know, look, you can't, anytime you're certain of something, you're the most uncertain person around. It's that simple, okay? How does the old saying go? I think it was Socrates who said, "What I do know certainly is that I know nothing." Was that Socrates or was that somebody else? But that's the way the saying goes. The only thing I know for certain is I know nothing. All right, so anytime you're that certain, you're probably not. So I should have known better. It got really close to closing, but it didn't. Can it still close? Yeah, but I'm not going to sit here and bank on it, okay? I've learned my lesson. I should have been more disciplined, and I learned my lesson. I take L's too. Not perfect. Darth wrote that right. Rico, if you'll look at what Darth said right there, he said, please stop by more often or message me for more info on how to be part of the group, on the Telegram group. And we can do this constantly, bro. We do this all day long. It never stops. They're doing it right now. There's 16 messages that I haven't even looked at yet. Well, that was loud. Sorry. Right here is my Telegram group name. Message me right there, and I will be happy to add you to our technical analysis group. We have limited space in there. If people don't participate, we remove them. Why? Because it's a small group on purpose, okay? Everybody has a chance to get in. It's up to you to work hard and do your thing. If you can't, hey man, gotta go, bro. I'm sure someone else would like to have you hang out in their group and do nothing, but not me, okay? We're in there to get better. If I can do it, then you can do it, because I work a lot, okay? I have a lot of things I got going on constantly, but I'm always around to answer questions. And you should be able to ask questions if I can answer them. Simple as that. All right, so let's see. I'll do a beer tasting video. We should do beer tasting. I'm down for that. All right, so let's look at some coins and see what we got for buy signs and what we don't have for buy signs. I guess we don't need two screens for that, do we? We probably only need one. We'll stick to the single screen. All right. Let's buzz through some coins here. Who's ready? Mark this at 1 hour and 40 minutes. We started going through coins that are buys. On the daily, Bitcoin, buy. XRP, still a buy. Warning though. VT, you want to be a buy, but you're not. Close, but not a buy. XLM, boy, that's a sus buy right there. Okay, it's very, very, very sus. Very, very sus. Thanks, man, but I'm not in the Discord, Telegram kind of guy. I just like to watch other traders that don't BS. It's going to go to 50 next week. Hey, I appreciate it, brother. You don't have to be in the group if you don't want to. It's just something we offer. No big deal. But thank you for watching. I do not do the 50K bullshit guesses. I don't do the 589 guesses. In my opinion, that's extremely, extremely irresponsible. Again, I'll say, you guys have your real money in this, and you're watching this from my perspective because you want to know what I think is going to happen, and you want to know where I'm putting my money. And yes, this is what I really do, and this is what I really put my money in. When you see it says buy on my screen, that's because I bought right there. That's not bullshit. This is my real charts. When you put out something that says, for instance, XRP is a buy right now, and then someone buys and it goes down 8% the next day, you realize how much money you just cost people? You cost them a lot of money, and you don't even think about it that way. You just think about the content that you created and the clickbait that you made and the money that you're going to get from them clicks. And that ain't cool with me at all. Like, that's very uncool. I'm not cool with that, man. So I tried to do the opposite. I try to be as logical as I can. I don't take any money from anybody. I use my real charts and what I'm really doing. I do it live so you can argue with me if you'd like. I don't make the video and then drop it and then refuse to answer comments. I try to answer every single comment that comes up. When I did that giveaway video, we gave away 1,000 XRP, I commented back on every single comment that came up. Every single one of them. Now, show me another YouTuber that does that. And you're not going to find one. Because I've already looked. Anyway, XRP is a buy, but it's very sus. Be careful. ADA, I can't see because I got too much shit on the screen. It's a buy. I like it. It's tight though. Look, all these moving averages pinching in right here. I mean, that's sketch, dude. If it can get over this, that's great, but it's really, really, really tight on ADA right now, okay? Be careful. Be careful on ADA. Link. Been a buy. Tezos. Ooh. It's a buy, but barely. Barely a buy. Be careful on Tezos. Walton Chain. Barely a buy. Barely. ICX, good. H-bar, barely a buy. One Harmony, looks good. Zeal, fighting, but still okay. Still good. Metal Coin, I don't know if it's going to make it or not, but I like the moving averages. They look really, really good. These moving averages look really good. If it can get up here over this 50 MA, yes. So I'm going to say buy upon contingency of this thing getting up some. That's really tight. BAT, no. TRX, no. ETH, Ethereum, yes, is a buy. In its channel, doing its thing, holding strong. Bitcoin Cash, no. Ethereum Classic, no. Theta, no. T-Fuel, no. But watch out, because it's catching support. Data, Streamer Data, nope. Nano, nope. Engine, nope. Cocos, nope. AGI, yes. Singularity Net is a yes. Wanchain, yes. Matic, yes, barely. And I like the moving averages a lot. On Matic, watch out for Matic. Matic, you better have your eyes open. Algorand, currently no. RCN, no. Litecoin, yes. Binance Coin, no. NIM, close but no. PundyX, yes, and I like PundyX because it's got a lot of support under here. Pivot, 200, 50, 21, and 5, and 8 EMA, all underneath. I like Pundy a lot here. Watch out. Gas Coin, nope. SNGLS, Singularity TV, or DTV. Buy, but barely. Warning on that one. DAPT, no. IOTX, yes. ZRX, barely. With contingencies, it needs to get over the 200. Breadcoin, nope. Hive, yes. Hive is a buy. Be careful though. Needs to get moving. I like the moving averages look perfect on Hive. Blue Zale, no. QKC, technically a buy, and the moving averages look nice. Mithril, barely. Warning, tons of shit over top of it. OMG, it looks good right now. Storage, barely, but yes. And I'm talking about barely, but yes. NKN, which I've never bought. That's a... Okay, actually, this is a no, or a wait a minute, but I can't say yes. It's got too much shit in the way. Neo. Litecoin was a yes, EJ, and VET was technically a no from me. I need to see it move up a little bit first. Neo is a yes, but barely. KNC. Okay, yes, but barely, and it really needs to get moving here because it's a contingent upon some of this stuff getting going. The moving averages look really nice on KNC. Be watching out for it. Qtum. Yes, but barely. Platinum, gold, I'm not going to do metals right now. Wink. Nope. Band. Alright. Technically, yes, but barely on band. And we'll go through some coins moving in November here. Spend is failing to keep the 8 right now, but barely keeping it. If we can hold above the 8, yes. Technically, it's a buy right now. Loom, yes. DNT, hey. I see you, big girl. Do your thing. CVC, yes. GNT, yes. ASX, yes. RLC, yes. OGN. What is that? That's a yes. ORN. Operating nurse. ORN. Operating room nurse. This is a yes on ORN. Blue Zale. No. AGI. Yeah, we done said that. Dash. Hey, I like this one. Look at that. It broke it, and now it's tapped the top of the blue 200 and the red. I'm sorry, the blue 100 and the red 200. Tap the top of it. If it could hold right there, that'd be super amazing. And then Stratus also is a, come on. There we go. Oh, Stratus looks good. I like that. Let me see some of these messages you guys are saying. How to kill it. Just some charts here. All right. Yeah, LTC got sniped at the pennant. And DNT. Yeah, we done talked about DNT. All right. Does anybody got any other coins they want me to go through? I think that was about 70 coins that I just went through right there, real quick, like. This one isn't so good. Let me try it a little bit more. Hold on. I don't know. That other one was way better than this one. I guess it's alright, but the first one was way better. Have you seen the Crow chart? It's legit the most funky chart I've ever been watching at this point. Rico, the interesting thing about using BTC charts. BTC charts are terrible for figuring out a place to buy. And the reason I say that is because CRO, crypto.com coin, could move none at all. But the chart all against BTC would plummet. And why is that? Well, that would be because Bitcoin's price went up. So CRO versus Bitcoin went down. That's why I say if you're going to look for a buy or a sell on anything, use a CRO versus USD chart or USDT chart. And the reason is they're more stable than they're mimicking a dollar all the time, where Bitcoin is going up and down, up and down, up and down. And it's hard to chart that. So if you're looking for a swap, you're going to swap from Bitcoin to CRO, you need that chart for about 10 seconds. A CRO BTC chart. You need it for about 10 seconds. But I'll look at what you're asking me to look at just to look at it. Oh, nice. It looks like a roller coaster, bro. This is what I'm saying. It's so useless to look at a Bitcoin chart because they don't make any sense. If you're looking for a place to swap, that's one thing. But, if you're not looking for a place to swap, you're definitely not needing to look at that chart. And CRO is straight up down. Now, we got a buy signal right here on the MACD. So it could be catching support right here. And this thing is super oversold. But the weekly is oversold. Man, this thing is down in the pits, bro. I would not buy this right now. That's tough. Show me something first. this thing gets up over the 8, I might give it a whirl, but not until then. It's still tough. That's a sketch coin. Oh. Ooh, waves is a buy. I like that. Up over the 1 line. Let's get it, man. Come on, big girl. Same setup as Bitcoin. Only it hasn't quite gotten there yet. Yeah, looky there. We're right. Look at that thing getting sniped at 786. Look at that. Now the indicators have some room to go up. They're pointing up. So I'd like to think it gets back up there toward at least 416 again. Waves. And then threatens to do something else. It needs to hold that 71 line because that's right there where R2 is. If you can get up over R2 and hold right there, that's a really, really good sign. But it needs to do it quickly because it's going to run out of steam if it's not. I'm not looking to buy it. Someone just pointed out to me, and I'm watching it for the capitulation hit. Yeah, I don't think it's done either. There's more capitulation to come on that one. More down. Never understood the YouTubers that use... Well, the reason is because a lot of times people don't like to use fiat. And they like to use XRP BTC pairs or anything BTC because they want to swap from Bitcoin to other cryptos. They don't want to use fiat. And I guess I get that. Absolutely will check out a stock. CIDM. In my opinion, the reason they do it, Moonrider, is because they can't find what they're looking for on the regular charts. They break out the Bitcoin chart to try to find what they need. And that is confirmation bias, and we don't do that. Confirmation bias gets your ass wrecked. Don't look for confirmation bias. Look for something that doesn't confirm what you think. Look for something that goes against it. Prove yourself wrong. Find a problem. Hey, Nick, this is an interesting ass chart right here, bro. I'm buying this, and I'll tell you why. Number one, it's right there at S1. Number two, it's trying to break the 8, but it hasn't. Number 3, the moving averages are perfect. Perfect line on the moving averages. Number 4, the indicators are starting to curl up. So it may have a little bit of down left in it, but I like this chart. Now that's weekly. What about the daily? Daily wise, she's a buy. Yes, sir. I buy this. Can you buy pre-market? Go ahead and buy pre-market. Just, let's see. Learned earlier that the replay. I learned earlier that replay only seems to work on USD charts. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, Thurman. I think it's more so the exchange you get it from. BTC pairs use too much decimals into Satoshis. I wouldn't need a calculator. Trading crypto to crypto can also be a tax saver in some countries. Yeah, that's another point where Rico said some countries are super strict on every single trade. And if you go from crypto to crypto, it's not so strict. So they need to look at a BTC chart to find out where to buy in at. That makes sense. I'll give them that. Now, if you're showing that to other people to get them to buy, that doesn't make sense to me. Right. Now, I usually look at the Binance charts too, Thurman. Unless it's just not there for the coin that I'm looking for, then I have to use Bittrex or Bitstamp. Bitstamp usually has pretty consistent data. You're already in at a price you don't want to admit on this CIDM right here. Yeah, you must have bought higher, and that's cool. I get it. In my opinion right here, Nick, we're going to go up and over. Up and sideways. Up and sideways. We have a medium term high of 93 cents and a possible low of 52 cents. So I think this one's coming up. Maybe not right this second, but I think it will come up. SPY, yeah, okay. Let's look at the SPX. have a gander at her. See what she thinks about the price of tea. So we got hit the 786. We came down and it looks like we did a 1618. Let's see. All right, right here. All right. It looks like we hit 1414, really close to it anyway. Not hit it, but came close. I probably wouldn't have taken that, but it's close. We're touching the 8 right now. Let's see if it actually makes a move up off of this. That's tight. Let's see. Look at all-time high. Okay. Tough call on the SPY right now. Let's look at the hourly. Okay. Yeah, I'm short still on the hourly, Thurman. If it can get up over this 8 and 21 on the hourly, then we can make a play back for 361 on the SPY. S&P's been struggling lately. I know this went up, but it's kind of faux. It's thanks to the elections and BS. It's not. I mean, it's the news don't move the charts, but just in general, the Dow going up's pulling up this too. So, you know, you got to roll with it. Look at all-time high on CIDM. Holy shit. $6.50. This is like an XRP chart. Jesus Christ. Did you buy it $6.50, Nick? CGC. It would probably crash everything, in my opinion, Thurman. And that's because, in my opinion, the market's already showing that it wants to make a down. I saw an article today that popped up on my phone from Yahoo Finance that said, if Trump wins, that could trigger a 4,000 point Dow Jones sell-off. And I thought, man, that sure does line up with that gap down there at the bottom, doesn't it? Just saying is all. Oh, I'll keep going then. I'll keep looking. Hang on. The hell is this, Frank? What are you sending me? Ultimate shit coins? It's a goose. It's a goose. That's from Liar Liar, by the way. I don't know what y'all think I was talking about. All right. This looks like it's got a little bit of up in it here, Frank. This CGX, or CGC, I'm sorry. It looks like it's got a little bit of up in it. If it can get off its nuts and get moving. Yeah, 44, 45, somewhere around in there. A 0.044, 0.045 on CGC is a pretty good number. Let's see what he was saying. Holy shit. What kind of business is this, Nick? What do they make? Yeah, that was a crypto, Darth. My God. What is Sendime Corporation? It sounds like Terminator stuff. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, no, we were looking up weed stocks. My bad. Could just said that weed stock CGC, and I'd be like, oh yeah. All right. Getting sniped. 3 months. Daily wise. Monthly first. Alright, I think this is about ready to go. Yeah, keep your eyes open on this one. If it can break this 2309 and hold it, then you're clear for higher, okay? But you got to break 2309 and hold it. If you can hold it, you're good to go. CIDM. I don't care. I'll keep looking at them until we find the right one. Oh, you already did CIDM. Yeah, okay. Alright, y'all got any more? Because I'm getting sleepy. It's about 1 a.m. here. Had a couple beers. Feeling pretty good. Canopy Growth is getting ready to be a buy on the MACD also monthly. Let's see. How about that? Crypto news guy changed the group to crypto chat instead of bullish news. Wow. Okay. Thought he wasn't going to be around anymore. People have been tripping me out with this whole I'm not going to do this anymore stuff, and then they turn around and do it. 2 hours is pretty good. Yeah, I think 2 hours is good, man. That's a while, bro. It's kind of tough on me, but it's cool. Anybody got anything else? If not, we're going to wrap it up. I appreciate everybody showing up. Everybody go get you a shirt, man. The link is in the description of the video. Go get you a shirt. Go get you a couple stickers or a laptop cover or a poster or a hoodie or a coffee mug or a tumbler. I got tumblers on there too, okay? Get you something. It's cool. I mean, you know. We're all in this together. I think it's a buy on the Ichimoku. Yeah, you're right. It is. Let's see. Alright, anyway, I appreciate everybody showing up. Y'all are badass. Those of you who stuck it out with me. The hardcore dudes who keep staying out way past time when they don't really need to. Y'all are awesome. I wish I could do these streams a little earlier. I'd like to do some 6:30 streams because 6:30 is the ideal time. But it's just super difficult to do. So if I ever get a chance, I'm gonna. And if I can, if anything happens, like Rona happens or anything like that, and I get stuck at the house, I'll do different times then for sure. I can't do them yet though, so we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Other than that, thanks fellas, thanks ladies. Y'all are badass. I appreciate everything. Y'all did y'all's thing. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for the help. I appreciate everybody in the group showing charts like crazy. I appreciate the people who are learning, trying. It's not easy. I get it. Thank you. Oh, I didn't know Snap-on was in here. What's up, Snap-on? Steven Flores. That's who I work with. I call him Snap-on because he's got all kind of fancy tools. And you're way up past your bedtime, bro. It's almost 1 a.m. You're up here with the grown folks. All right, we'll see you tomorrow, Steven, at work. I'll see you, Moonrider, Darth. Y'all are awesome, bro. Anybody needs anything? Thank you, Rico. Anybody needs anything, just message me. I'll be around. Till then, we'll see y'all on the next stream. Be good. Peace.